Mutantville, what is up? It is Wednesday, February 28th. This is your Johnny Brento JuJu update for the week. I'm not going to get into making Metatron this week, unfortunately. Yeah, gearing up for Mad Monster Party and Mutitious More, which Mutitious More, of course, March 31st. Very excited about that. Finished up a banner today with good old Uncle Strebo. We've been working on it for a couple days, and I seem a little low energy right now. It's 1:44 a.m. I've had a pretty crazy week. I have a commercial design project I'm working on, and in addition to that, I got a last-minute video gig, which I have to say was one of the cooler things I've ever been hired to video. And you can see a little bit of that over my shoulder, but it was a near flyby of a F-16. Won't mention who or where, because obviously that sort of thing has to kind of be kept in the DL. But I gotta say, it was really impressive. The plane was moving so fast, the autofocus couldn't quite hang with it, but fortunately it made 2 passes, so I was able to kind of get my stuff together on that first pass and figure it out, and then I just went handheld manual focus and got a little bit better now. That's pretty shaky what you're seeing right there, but I'm going to stabilize that footage in After Effects, so there'll be a much better version of that I'll hand off to the client. But yeah, it was fun. I wasn't there a long time either. Showed up probably about 20 minutes before the plane got there. They can't ever tell you exactly when they can be there, you know, just that they're going to be doing exercises in the area, usually like an hour window, but this time I think we had like a 30-minute window. So it was really cool. The cool thing about the F-16, I don't think he was breaking the speed of sound or nothing like that. There was no boom and any of that, but they are so fast that they get to you before the sound does, and that's always cool. They fly by and then the sound comes by. That's just pretty neat. I'm a sucker for aviation, so that was really fun, really cool. So what else do I have to share with you? I don't know. I'm going to share with you a little bit of a preview of the banner graphic. Now you'll be seeing it shrunk down, and when you see it at Mad Monster Party, it's 6 feet wide. Has a ton of detail. We managed to get characters in from all the Mutantville productions, with one exception, but a ton of stuff, and you'll see some characters that some of you won't know who they are, and you'll be like, hey, who's that character, and why does she have a crossbow, and where's all that come from? But it was a fun project, one of those that you don't want to rush, because you want there to be tons of detail in it, similar to the Scarecrow at Midnight poster, which was to that point the best one we've done, so that's pretty exciting. Talked about some other business avenues for Mutantville Productions this week, which were really interesting, and I hadn't even previously considered. And then easily the coolest thing was that we got tonight a preview of the Ghost score, and I have to say I've listened to about 2/3 of it. Stunning, really good. But yeah, the score is awesome. Really stoked about that. That's really about it for me. I'm trying to hit at least the 3-minute mark here. Really tired right now, getting ready for tomorrow. It seems like nighttime sometimes the only time I can really get focus time without being ran. Of course, with Nancy's injury, I have to do a lot of running around. She's having a bit of a tough time. It's funny because like the pain's bad at first, then there's a period where it's not so bad where you have blisters, then they do their debriding and all that. Of course, it's super bad for a while, but then it progressively gets better up until the point where your skin has almost healed, and she's down to just 2 small places on her shin now where skin's still growing back. And apparently that's like some of the most painful, and so she's struggling with that a little bit. And of course that just means a lot of honeydew for me, running. But I'm happy to do it. It's just it does interfere with project time, and I haven't really put any time on Metatron the past week. Mostly just these design projects and my commercial work, and then prepping for the first show with the cover band this coming Saturday night at White House Bar and Grill. near the old North State Club. You can find them on Facebook, and then I think we might also be appearing at Corner Pocket here in Albemarle March the 10th. So pretty excited about that. And always the first show with a new band is a little more pressure than just, you know, an average gig. So pretty excited about it. Oh yeah, also I'll show you guys a little preview of the design project I just wrapped up for Thank You Spaceman for their new album, Evolving. I have a copy of the album, and I like it a lot. It's really cool. So maybe I'll share a little bit of that and show you guys some of the artwork from it. And then that'll wrap this week's Johnny Brento's JuJu. Hope you guys have a great week, and hopefully we'll have a little more in store for you with the Making Metatron next week. That'll be the goal anyway. I had a studio date this past weekend, which turned out great. Even though I got stood up by one musician, I was able to turn things. I had a backup. This particular person's done this to me before, so always got to flow with a backup plan. Or if you're Burt Gummer from Trimmers, a backup plan if necessary. So I did some mandolin work, and that was fun. That's the first time I've ever recorded with the mandolin, so that was pretty interesting. Also, first time I've got to work in a studio or see someone work with my music with Pro Tools, and that was an eye-opener. It's a pretty awesome program. Then this coming Sunday, I'll be back in the studio, and that'll be after the Saturday night gig, which no doubt will be the wee hours in the morning. I'll be back in the studio with Mark Laster, somebody I'm excited to work with, a really great singer, and he's going to be singing a couple of my numbers on there, and I'm very excited about that. And I'll also be finishing up bass on a couple of those songs. But I'm really excited about the album. I'm very happy with what it sounds like now, and just those finishing touches. And I'm just the design. I was actually talking with Eric tonight about the design and how, you know, I said, oh, we'll have this you know, CD label design for you here in about 30 minutes, and you know, I ended up spending a couple hours on it, but it turned out great, you know. And it's fun having those projects where you can just hide little things in, you know, like for example, you'll see the graphic here of his front cover. It's got two pennies on it, and they have different dates. One's the date the band began, and the other's the date they, you know, well, the year they disbanded. So that's kind of neat, little things like that hidden in there. I'm a sucker for that. Like the Derek Riggs artwork from all the Iron Maiden albums. I find that stuff amazing because he has all kinds of references to their lyrics hidden inside of the covers. So it's very cool. Just extremely excited about doing that for my first solo album, if you will. I mean, I've had two others with Absolute Zero, but of course now I'm trying to produce myself and, you know, make all the creative calls. So that's going to be really interesting and a real eye-opener. I need a real eye-opener right now because I'm sleepy. But anyway, I digress. We'll see you guys around on MVP.com and Mutant TV. Take care. See you next week.